are right on the button. Welcome, welcome, welcome. William was an early bird. We are in Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
We are going to take you all on Smuggler's Run, and then we are going to do Rise of the Resistance. So, let's go. We decided that we are going to do the single rider line because Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, the regular weight is 50, but apparently, might even be more at this point, but apparently if you take the single rider, you can get right on. So, we are going to do the single rider line. So, because we are doing single rider, we are completely resigned to the fact that we are all going to be engineers. Yeah. So, off we go. Now, that is the regular line. This is the single rider line. So, let's see. 10:31. Let's see exactly. We don't know precisely what we are in for as far as what single rider entails, beyond the fact that we assuredly are going to be engineers. Although you never know. You never know. Mary, last time, Mary loves engineer. Mary asked for engineer.
You can go to the left or the right. Both sides are open. Left or right. Both sides are open.
All right, we picked left. I feel like there are a lot of consequences for decisions. Doing good? We are popping off. We are popping off. Mary, popping off. Mary's here. Aiden's yawning. Pete is here. Beep boop, beep boop. Pete just wants to push buttons. What? Yes. Oh, Aiden, this gives a perfect opportunity for Aiden to do his Hondo Onaka.
Transport Solutions. I am Hondo Onaka.
You can do it, and then I can.
So again, we do the same thing on Rock and Roller Coaster. I mean, your group is, we fully realize that we're going to be split up, but that's worth it to not wait 50 minutes. So that's our hack. And single rider line has not been open for this particularly in quite some time. Yeah, it's been closed. And so I think we just go up those stairs. I think. Yeah. And ideally, we're going to turn around the corner. Oh, Pete is nodding. We have confirmation from Pete. Ideally, we're going to go right around the corner, and we're going to be confronted with Hondo Onaka. And go get some... And go get some coaxial. Ooh.
That's where he started. That's where he originated from. Because he was in the Clone Wars. And he's awesome.
We have big debate about Clone Wars. We've tried to watch the Clone Wars. Mary loves Clone Wars.
I've watched all of it.
All of it. And now is Bad Bunch Clone Wars derivative? Okay. So now she's watching the Bad Bunch Clone Wars derivative. Bad Batch. I was just saying Bad Bunch.
No, it's bad.
Bad. Is it a bad batch of clones?
Yes.
Got it. Right. Yes. Bad is relative.
There's Tech, who he's like smarter.
But they're not villains.
No. There's
But they're considered bad.
But she's also
Oh, so they've been given like letter names.
Well, no, they have numbers. Like all the clones have numbers, and they give themselves names.
We're heading, for those of you who have just joined us, we are in the bowels of Hondo Onaka Transport Solutions. Hondo Onaka Transport Solutions. My goodness. And we have decided to go with the single rider line. Aiden is thrilled, as you can see. Aiden is just raring to go this morning. And so we decided to go with the single rider line because the regular rider line was 50 minutes. And this, we have been in line for all of 5, and we are basically here already.
That's a very different show lyric.
Oh, Breaking Bad? No?
Bad.
Oh, lyric. Oh, that's funny.
Not that.
So, anywho, what we think we're about to see, we're either going to go into the Millennium Falcon or we are about to see Hondo Onaka and get...
I don't think we see Hondo.
Oh, do we skip Hondo?
Yeah, I think that's the caveat. That is
Okay.
the caveat of doing single.
Oh yeah, we are going right into the Millennium Falcon. And so, all right, so Aiden can go first. Oh, look at Aiden, ready to go, ready to be an engineer. Pro, you get on super quickly. 50 minutes versus we got up here in 10. Cons, you miss out on the pre-show of Hondo Onaka. He is a really, really, really good animatronic. You also end up... That's fine, engineer. Yeah, great, thank you. Hey, we are both engineers. So the con, you miss Hondo, and you have to be engineer, which means I'm gonna get to push a button, which is fine because you guys will all get to see what this is. So now, thank you. So now we are on to the Millennium Falcon. This is really super cool. It is the Millennium Falcon. I'm gonna walk over here to show you the chess set. Pete would know the name of the game. Pete would know the name. Pete would know whatever that is, but it's really exciting. Thank you. So there you go. Here's the Millennium Falcon. It's really cool. Usually they'll route you through so you can just kind of wander and take pictures as you go. And then they'll like call your card.
Many engineers in the back. Flashing lights for you, something is broken. So hit that fast to fix it. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Your run button, guys.
Okay.
Fire the harpoon. Hit the firewall.
Got it. Here, let's switch so so I can use my right hand.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, guys, here we go.
Welcome, welcome. Right this way, my friends. Come closer, come closer. Ah, a brand new flight crew. Good luck to you all. You might need it. Today's flight takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners, you clear the path. Pilots, line up behind the train. And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo.
Aye, aye.
Move on, my friends. See you in the cockpit. Well, be cockpit, of course. Figure it out. You're still here. Go, go.
Now, fun fact, there is a way to get like a secret code for Chewie, but it requires everybody to like push buttons. Yeah, everybody has to like push stuff.
All right, friends, you're going to get those bags taken care of. Buckle those belts and then pull the yellow strap for me. After you pull on the yellow strap, you can hit the flashing button. You. All right, friends, you are all set, ready to go. Good luck out there and go make some money.
Flight engineer, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. You better be faster when we get into speed trouble.
He just yelled at me.
Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left. Move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly down.
They're going down!
Weapons are on right. Left pilot, hit the booster. Now let's go get back to our flight. Pilot, make the jump to light speed. Yes, keep shooting! They've locked onto us. Take evasive action. Ah, there it is. After that plane. Come on, pilot engineers. Fire the harpoon. Excellent job. Shoot the cargo free. Left pilot, brakes. Brakes! That could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Yes, you got one. Excellent, my friends. Now power up the ship. Well, I, the gravity go axiom. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Come on, let's get another container of coaxium. Pilots, line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Runners, shoot the train. Engineers, reel us closer. Go on, keep shooting.
Yes!
Good job, my friend.
Stop yelling at the pilot!
Yes. We got the coaxium. I will grab it. You keep up to the train. Gunship. Things are getting too hot. We've got to get out of here. Distraction. Fire the missiles at the train. Hurry. It's coming down.
Get down!
Hit the boosters. Boost. 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 Let's get out of here.
Good job, pilot!
Yes, Chewie will pilot us in remotely. You retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the First Order and made Chewie proud. Now after my modest profit, your cut minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is, hey, not bad.
All right, we did all right.
Why is it flashing?
Pirate. Hit the button still.
All right, I'm making an executive decision. Everybody out. Go on, get out.
All available techs, we have a
Well, that was rather successful.
transport back to the maintenance bay. This thing's seen better days. Better fix all that.
Right? 100% engineers. That tells me I missed my calling and I should have been an engineer. I definitely think I'm gonna rededicate myself, rededicate my life. I'm gonna, I'm going to, I think I'm gonna write a really, really solid college entrance essay based for an engineer, based on our 100% experience. We did pretty well though. I didn't think that we would be getting 2 things of coaxial when that little voyage started. So we are now going to wait outside. See, instead of 50 minutes, Aiden and I were still together. And that was, yeah, it's been 15 minutes from top to bottom. And so that is not a bad deal at all. All right, we are going to weave our way over here, wait for Pete and Mary, because they were right behind us. It is crowded. Yeah, the people we were with, sometimes you have to work with other people. And so sometimes people are very into it. Sometimes people are not so into it. Oh, here they come. Oh, Mary's very excited. Now, what's super, super cool about Galaxy's Edge? Look. Stop. How did you do Chewy mode?
Have you ever done this before? We were like, yeah. And you're like, want to do chewy mode?
Oh!
To go sit down,
It's just,
and
there's
the
no
girl
window.
that was running was like, hey, do you guys want to do chewy mode? She's like, all right, don't touch anything.
Yeah.
And she like walked us through. She's like, push this button, don't do anything. Push this button.
That's
It's chewy yelling. It's no Honda.
That's so cool. We were talking about Chewy mode. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any idea what the sequence was?
There's like a one white button that you have to push and hold, and then you hit your activation button.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's like it's like up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right, A, B, A, B, start in Nintendo. So the drivers do something.
They push in their lever and then press the button. The gunners hold down a button and
The
then press
button,
the
all
button.
the
Yeah.
white button at the top, all the way to
Yeah.
the right. The white button to the right at the top.
Awesome. All right, let's check in. We are taking all of you on Rise of the Resistance as well. Let's check in on boarding groups because y'all have been lucky enough to we've been to Hollywood Studios 4 mornings. We got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 boarding groups. Perfect. We have 25 minutes estimated until our boarding group opens. You guys want to get some milk? Want to get some blue or green milk? We'll show you guys what the blue or green milk looks like. Again, here's what happens in Hollywood Studios. It ends up, everybody gets their boarding groups. And so then if you get a boarding group, you come over to Hollywood Studios and it ends up being crowded because you have all the people who have gotten boarding groups plus all the people who are now coming to the park hoping to get a 1 p.m. boarding group. So it can be a little nuts. Our general strategy has been to get here like a little bit before official park opening. We've been going down Sunset Boulevard. Oh, so they have been waiting for something. We came over at first and we're like, why the heck are all these people waiting? Well, apparently Kylo Ren is coming out of his ship, so that is very exciting.
Green. Let's go green.
Green. Milk.
Blue. All right, go blue.
I don't remember what either tastes like, so we're going with the blue milk. People watching, what say you? Blue milk or green milk? What would you rather see at this point in time? Blue milk or green milk? So what's really cool right now, not cool, but like what's really wonderfully convenient is that as Mary is doing right this very second, you can mobile order. And so we have found that it saves time waiting in lines because you just beep, beep, boop, boop, and then you order and then you tell them when you are here and then it will call you when your stuff is ready. So that's what we've been doing. So while they are doing that, I'll go over and I'm going to show you all Kylo Ren's ship. And then Mare's. Oh, you guys all have to get the milk. So I was going to say, if Kylo Ren should come out again, order 9778 is ready. So they are going to go get the milk. I'll show you Kylo Ren's ship. Like, he just left, so I don't anticipate, like, there were noises, so there will probably be some noises if he were to decide to come back. Oh yeah, no more noises. So once the noises start, noises are generally a good indication that something might be happening. What's really cool if you get a lightsaber is to do long exposure pictures at night in front of this ship with your lightsaber. So that's pretty cool. There are also, you'll notice, there is a lot of staff here right now. We've noticed a definite ramp up. We think the college program kids, basically, the college program kids came back Tuesday and Thursday of last week, which means we noticed a big increase starting like Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So for those of you who are just joined us, welcome. We are on another planet today. We are in Galaxy's Edge on Batu, and we just did Smuggler's Run. Aiden and I, not for nothing, but we were very successful in the engineering, such that I contemplated a career change for a little bit. And now, every time, did you hear that? Every single time they have sounds of ships, and every single time I look up. So we are in Galaxy's Edge. We just did Smuggler's Run. We have scored our 4th boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance, and so we are going to go on that. But before we take on the Resistance, we are getting milk. All right, here comes Pete and Aiden and Mary with the milk.
I believe you've been conspiring with the Resistance. Is that true? So, if we took you to a holding cell, wouldn't anyone in there recognize you? Of course not.
Blue milk.
We'll be watching.
Pete. I don't think they need to watch me slowly drink the blue milk. Oh, the blue milk, I forgot. It tastes weird. It tastes like tart Fruity Pebbles. Aiden, what do you think about the blue milk?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not quite a slushy, not quite a beverage.
Yes. Now, TBD whether or not Kylo Ren is going to come out. We saw him go in. Hello, Brian. Brian, we're on another planet this morning. Here's some stormtroopers for you. We are just waiting for our boarding group to be called for Rise of the Resistance. Now, last time we went on this a couple of days ago, we basically walked right in and walked right on. So it'll be interesting what the wait time is, because they regulate the line. For those of you who haven't been here, you have to have a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. Oh, there he goes.
Hello, Brian.
No, Karen, it's not, in Galaxy's Edge, it's not too bad. Where it gets crazy, where it gets crazy is, as you see when we go out, we'll go out through Toy Story Land. So how far away, what's our estimated?
25 minutes.
With the imaging unit, let's go.
I like when they yell at people. I get all sassy. All right, 15 minutes. Let's see. Again, I wonder if Kylo's... Oh, nope, just the other stormtrooper. Oh, and then there's a black helicopter. Oh, there we go. See, again, a ship every time. I think Lyric, we talk a lot about like how whether or not boarding groups are going to be more implemented or less. I think that they are going to be more. It allows Disney to regulate the line. But what I think that they might do is let you have more than one. But I think, oh, they're recruiting people. I don't think it'll ever be standby. I think if it was standby, it would be a 6-hour line. And Disney would rather have you spend those 6 hours out in the park. All right, let's take a walk through Galaxy's Edge. And we'll show you how to get to Rise of the Resistance. All right, let's go. So now, Karen, you'll get a better idea of what the crowds look like. When we went on Smuggler's Run, we ended up... Are we going this way? I forgot what way we were going. When we ended up going on Smuggler's Run, the wait was 50. And so we ended up going on the single rider to avoid that wait. Now, if you look to, like right there, that door there, that looks rather temporary. That is where we suspect people are going to be coming in for the new, the Galaxy Cruiser, basically the Star Wars hotel. And it's kind of like a little baby Star Wars cruise. Like you're going to come in, you're going to go straight to the ship, and then there's going to be all sorts of activities to do on the ship, quote, like while you're in space, and then they're going to take you to Galaxy's Edge. I think it's like 2 days, but it's going to be super crazy expensive so I don't know that's something that we'll be doing, but it sounds cool. Especially it sounds like one of the things that they talk about is doing lightsaber training, and if you know anything about Pete, he is here for the lightsaber training. Oh, it is almost lunchtime, and so there are screaming children. So now the wait time for Smuggler's Run is 60. So again, that gives you an idea. That's a long time to wait. I mean, it's a really, really cool line. Like you go up, like if you see where those windows are, you go like up and around the Falcon, and that's really neat. But 60, I mean, my goodness, single rider. We were literally on that ride in 10. Now, showing you around Galaxy's Edge a little bit. This is, I mean, it's so windy. So that is Docking Bay 7. People have very strong feelings about Docking Bay 7. We come down on the side of liking it. We ate there in our December trip, and they have good chicken. And then that is Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, which is a really, really neat shop if you want to get kyber crystals for your lightsaber. That's where you're going to go. Then to our right in there, that's Ronto Roasters. You can get a Ronto wrap, which is good. Yes, Mary?
I just saw back when Galaxy's Edge first opened, they had a metal spork as the utensil at Docking Bay 7. And they took it away like within a couple of weeks because people were stealing them and then selling them on eBay. But they just brought it back where you can buy it for $8 and you get a little travel bag.
I might buy an $8 spork. I think that's the Droid Depot.
Yes, it is.
If you make your own droid. And then what's really cool is after you make your droid, you can come over here and there's like a little, like they put down a mat and you can do like droid racing. Hey, our group has been called, so we are going to make our way over to Rise of the Resistance. We are going to be putting out I mean, at this point, Pete and I looked at each other this morning and like, my goodness, we need to educate the masses about how the heck we are doing this, because, you know, 4 Hollywood Studio Days and 4 Rise of the Resistance passes is not a bad thing at all. So we are going to be putting out a video sharing our secrets. We had a video for the old way of how to get on when you had to be in the park, but now you don't have to be in the park anymore for the morning. You do, Mackenzie, how are you? You do have to be in the park for the 1 o'clock one, but you do not have to be in the park for the 7 a.m. You just have to have that park reservation. So now we are away from the First Order side of Galaxy's Edge. We are on the Resistance side of Galaxy's Edge. And what's really neat, if you look around, like it's now a whole bunch of foliage. Everything is like green and worn and camouflaged instead of like slick and
there's a lot of wildlife noises coming from the
lots of general wildlife noises. And it's just amazing. The first couple of times you come through here, it takes a minute when you go into Toy Story Land or back out to Grand Avenue. Like, it takes a minute to kind of reorient yourself.
And there's many times where you can come in many times and see a lot of different things each time you come in.
Yeah, Karen, I am very glad too. I mean, little secret, like I generally love losing my voice, which is kind of a weird thing, but it's not necessarily the most fun thing ever to lose your voice when, you know, you have to talk like all day long. So very, very glad to have the voice back. So now when your boarding group is called, you come here and you'll see they'll scan my magic band. Yes. Thank you. All right, so this is my magic band. I'll get scanned. 4.
Go ahead and scan your band.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're in. Like I said, sometimes we have waited like an hour. Sometimes we go right in. Last time they actually routed us through, oh my gosh, fans for days. Last time they actually routed us through the Fast Pass line, which is over there. And so we just went right in. But it looks like we're going through the regular line, the regular caves. So if you've watched any of our videos before, you've seen that the order, we go through, what is it, caves, then I think map, then armory. Yeah, then medical. It's a really, really neat line. Queue, because we're fancy, we'll call it a queue. I will also say, so for those of you who might not have been here, yes, the weather looks like it is cloudy. It is steamy.
Very humid today.
It is very, very humid today. So I'm actually really thankful. Oh, is that a little bird nest? No, it is not. It's just a plant. I'm really thankful for the cloud cover, because the first part of our trip, there was no cloud cover. And so it was really, really warm. But today it's a sticky kind of a day. And it's really pretty. And what's neat is they pick, like I commented on this in the, whatchamacallit, in our vlog, but like the plant life is really neat. Karen, that's a really good question. You know, at this point, they recommend it for people who are not vaccinated, but you do not need masks anywhere at this point in time except for transportation. So when we go on the bus, We wear a mask. Even when we go on the Skyliner and it's just us in the car, like we did that the other day, and you still need your mask. So bus, boat, Skyliner, monorail, so any transportation. But at this point, the first half of our trip, we did need to still have our mask. Basically, anytime we went in line. But at this point, if you're vaccinated, no. And they're not like asking, but we all are, so we don't have our masks. And it's been, as far as distancing, I think in general, people are very used to being pretty apart from other people. So like we haven't really ever felt crowded.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I've noticed is that even in the lines, it seems like everyone gives each other an extra step or two a lot of times. They're not on top of each other.
No. So, all right, so we are leaving the initial cave. We're going to go into the first set of caves. We cross our fingers and hope that we figured out how to now run our internet so we can keep this thing going. I guess we'll find out shortly though, right? It's always an adventure. Now, one of our favorite parts is that the Resistance thought to put benches in their caves. We think that that's a nice touch. And air conditioning. The Resistance is also paying for air conditioning. So the air conditioning plus benches. That is a very, very, very thoughtful by the Resistance. Yes, we have. What's good is that all of the sanitizing stations are still here, Karen. And so, like, literally, as soon as you come out of every single ride, they have a little sanitizing thing. So lots and lots of sanitizing happening. So this is one of the cave rooms. It's a loud room, so be forewarned if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily like loud. It's very echoey, and you go like back and forth and back and forth. I will also say, as far as the lines, you'll see that they have still the dividers up, and we've seen that on multiple rides. We've also seen that sometimes do pre-shows, like Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. They did the pre-show yesterday. It was the first time we ever saw it. Yesterday? Was that yesterday? Day before yesterday. The days blend, the pre-show on Mickey and Minnie. 2 days ago, says Aiden. And it was the first time we'd ever seen it, and it's really, really super cool. That being said, this morning we went on Rock and Roller Coaster. We thought we were going to see the show, but we did not. So they have the dividers up, and some of the pre-shows are happening. I'll put it that way. I'm trying to think where else we have seen pre-shows. Tower of Terror, no pre-show. So you just go straight from no rockin'. Tower of Terror, you just go straight into from the hotel to the boiler room. The Muppets, we went on the Muppets, we sat and watched the Muppets the other day. I know, there's a pre-show, and so they still have you all outside in like the antechamber, I'll call it. I think the Muppets would be proud to be classified so formally. And let's talk about pre-shows. Those of you who are here, what is your favorite pre-show of all the pre-shows? What's your favorite pre-show, Aiden? Aiden's favorite. Aiden's favorite is Rock and Roller Coaster. I don't necessarily classify this, what you all are about to see, as a pre-show as much as an entire other experience part of the ride. Yeah, maybe the Ray part is a pre-show. I mean, it's pretty neat. Karen, Beauty and the Beast is not back yet. Indiana Jones, the Stunt Spectacular, is not back yet. The Little Mermaid is not back yet. Fantasmic is not back yet. Let me see. What live show? The Lion King is back. Lion King Festival of the Lion King is back, but they have cut it, so they've trimmed it down a little bit. They do not have the tumble monkeys right now, and they do not have the fire breather is a little bit shorter, and the birds don't fly. So that's what's happening with Festival of the Lion King. We actually did not see that one this go around. I'm trying to think about what other shows. Mickey's PhilharMagic, that's like a movie show, but that is happening. The Disney Junior Dance Party is not happening. The Frozen Sing-Along is happening, and it is, I mean, the other day, we were in the Frozen Sing-Along. As we go into the map room, we were in the Frozen Sing-Along, and we realized, like, it was just wonderful, and all of the performers seemed so happy. And we realized that it was because it was the first day without masks in the audience. And so all of a sudden, the performers could see the reactions of the audience, and they could see the audience members singing along. And as a theater person myself, like it brought a little tear to my eye, because it's very, very neat to be able to have, that kind of performer connection, I'll say, with the audience. So to be able to have that again, oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. So what other shows? Epcot. Are there any live shows in Epcot?
They have the live music in the American Adventure.
Yeah, the American Adventure. So Voices of Liberty, I think, still performs, like that amphitheater area. In Canada, that's where you can see like the janitor band. So they're coming back. And then, if you haven't seen yet, fireworks are coming back. Oh, as we are about to enter the Armory. Fireworks are coming back. Our friends at Davis Disney Days were lucky enough to not only be here, but they have a reservation, a park reservation, on the first day that Happily Ever After is going to be shown and performed again. Oh, so jealous. So jealous.
Yeah, and Epcot is bringing back Epcot Forever first.
Yeah, Epcot Forever, which the other night, I'll tell you guys a story. So, Epcot Forever, we were staying, as you know, there's a Resistance light. We were staying at the beach club. We had one beach club night because we really, really liked Stormalong Bay. It was perfect. It was in the middle of our trip. We spent a lot of time at that pool, and it was a perfect recharge. But that night, the night we were there, we saw that there was a little sign, and it said, oh, guests, you might have a disruption because there's going to be fireworks testing between 10:45 and midnight. And at first I'm like, maybe they will. Is that up every night? I don't know. Then we got a phone call and a message in our room after coming back from the parks. And we got a message in our room at about 8:30 at night again saying, hey, you might have a disruption. We're testing fireworks. Hello, Simon. How are you? And so what we ended up doing was we got back at 10:30. And so I turned to Pete and I'm like, Pete, let's go see the fireworks so we can see some Disney fireworks on our trip. And so we went and we got our little shoes on. We were so tired that day, but we got our little shoes on and we went, as we go into the Armory. This is now the Armory section. Oh, we have never stayed in the Cinderella Castle Suite. You can't even, it's not even something that you can buy. I mean, it is amazing from what I have seen. But we have never, I mean, that is like, Like if we ever win the lottery, like that's what we do. We call up Disney World and we say, okay, how can we get into the Cinderella Castle suite? So anyway, Pete and I ended up going to the bridge between Boardwalk and Beach Club. And we're like, all right, we're getting our fireworks. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited from about 10:45 to 12:15. And then all of a sudden, as we're going, this is the like suiting up room. And so finally at 12:15, Pete turns to me, he's like, Allie, like this isn't gonna happen, kid. And so he went back to the room. And then I stubbornly stayed for another 5 minutes. And then I'm like, so I went back to the room, only to be woken up about half an hour later by boom, 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 boom. So many fireworks. But it was Epcot Forever. If it was Harmonious, I would have stayed. But it was Epcot Forever. And Epcot Forever is nice. But I'm excited to see what they do for Harmonious. We have never stayed in the Grand Floridian. We have walked by, we've stayed at the Polynesian, but we have never stayed in Grand Floridian. There's Finn's Hydro Suit, by the way. We've never stayed in the Grand Floridian or the Contemporary. We ate at the Contempo Cafe this trip, and it was surprisingly good. The turkey sandwich. All right, and now that's it. We're in. This is the end of the line. So how long have we been in here? Maybe 20 minutes, maybe, if that. So yeah, our favorite, we have been greatly debating what our favorite resort is on this trip because we stayed in Wilderness Lodge, we stayed in Saratoga Springs, Beach Club, and Boardwalk. I was very impressed by Wilderness Lodge. Why are you pushing things?
That's how somebody broke Rise of the Resistance once. One time, somebody started pushing buttons when you get onto the Imperial.
they broke. Yeah, somebody shut down the ride because they started pushing buttons, and now here's Pete pushing buttons.
Standing there, and then they just started pushing right before you go into your cell.
My goodness. So we are now waiting in like the pre.
They started pushing the buttons on the wall and broke the ride. When you're yes, in front of the cell.
Room 80. Explain to me what room 8643 is.
What do you mean?
So,
you could be the liar.
yeah. All right, so we are now going to go into the pre-show room. Another map. We want to go on the ship? Oh. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to try and get you guys the best views of what is about to happen. Okay, they're arguing over.
Lieutenant Beck, not Admiral.
Okay, they're arguing over the difference between Lieutenant Beck and Admiral Akbar. So, for those of you who have just joined us, where is Enchantment Hall? We're in Orlando. Is Enchantment Hall at Disney World in Orlando? Because I haven't heard of it. I mean, it sounds glorious. So what we are waiting for those of you who might have just rejoined us and are confronted with Aiden standing in front of the door, he's listening. We are waiting to basically start Rise of the Resistance. We have now worked our way through the line. Our boarding group was called. Here we go. All right, so this is the first room.
gate. Prep the ready room for replace.
I don't think you can ride through the castle. You can eat dinner at Cinderella's royal table, but not, there's no castle ride here. Alright, sometimes it takes a little bit for everybody to get in, but the doors are closed, so we should be starting momentarily. There we go.
Incoming transmission from Ray. Big hit. Is everyone solid? Good. Should you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Watu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-Num and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Paltan and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pucara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. All no time to waste.
Tell him that I'm an engineer. We should tell him about our Smuggler's Run success. Alright. So, now... Yeah, if you want to eat Cinderella's Royal Table, going back to that, it is incredibly hard reservation. So as soon as that reservation window opens up, jump in. All right, so we are now going on the transport ship. Here, I'm going to take you guys over here so you can see.
Yes, I just want to be sure. All recruits must be on board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds. Yes, check the hyperdrive also.
Transport takeoff in 20 seconds.
Good. Airspeed sensor. Thank you, 9-Num. Black Leader, are you and your team ready? Engage propulsions and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pucara. Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything? Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got? There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields. We got company. First Order TIE Fighters. We out. We out. Red 2, Blue 5, we got clear the path so transport can make the jump.
We lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue. I'm trying. We lost Blue 5. I'm gonna try to draw the way. Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump. Be ready. You won't have much time. Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
Star Destroyers. We can't. We're caught in the tractor beam. It's pulling us in. It's a fight. It's a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Little quick, get there. They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the resistance is at stake.
So we have just been caught by the First Order. Get ready. This part.
Attention all on board. This ship is now under the command of the First Order. Legs out immediately, then proceed to the right toward processing and interrogation. Everyone out. Now, move along.
So this guy is literally
This part is so quiet, I have to whisper.
All the way forward.
So now we are on the ship, and that is one of the coolest sights that you're going to see in Walt Disney World. There is a very, very good chance that I'm going to get yelled at. Yeah, this part, the first time, Karen, that you come out and this room is like cavernous. And it's very quiet, and you feel like you can't talk. So it's awesome. And now we're going to go, there's another little bit of a line before you actually get like separated into being interrogated. So let's go actually into the ship. Now what's really cool is if you watch Rise of Skywalker, was it Rise of Skywalker where the ship looked like this? I mean, this looks like all of them look like this, but Mandalorian, there you go. That's what we were watching. We were watching Mandalorian, and in Mandalorian, they had, the First Order ship looked like this, and that's cool. Karen, it's amazing. I was saying that a lot of the stuff that I do in theater, because I direct at my school, a lot of the things that I do I try to be immersive, like the Disney Imagineers are with this kind of stuff. Like it's amazing. It's just incredible. Like every little detail, and every time we come, we always notice like new little things that they have done. Like something as silly as the exit sign up there has white. It's white white letters instead of the usual red letters. So it's just a silly little detail, but if it ever has to light up, it's white lights, so it matches like the rest of the lighting. All right, so as far as what happens next, we make a right turn up here, and then we are just about at the sorting. So I think it's interesting that they have you in this big, quiet little room where everybody is super quiet and you're super intimidated. And then like they release you into this line and everybody's like, oh my gosh, and just like chattering about what they just saw. And then it's back to being with the First Order, and they're super mean and super scary and super intimidating. See, that is the white lighting. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna get yelled at.
Get ready for mom to just go silent.
I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just going to stand here with my little camera and wait for them to yell at me and probably giggle because I'm so scared and nervous. That's probably what's about to happen.
You're broadcasting back to
I'm broadcasting. They're going to tell me I'm broadcasting back to the homeland. And I mean, they got me because I am. We found the best kind of connection signal that broadcasts all the way back.
on the YouTube network.
On the I think, I'll say again, I think the only way you can sleep in the Cinderella Castle in Disney World is, like, it's almost, last I heard about it, they gave away a night in a lottery. It's not something that's generally available. Yeah, Karen, what we ended up doing was we decided to we're basically running this through Pete's phone. So Pete has very graciously given up his phone. Pete has given up his phone for this entire experience. So 10 points to Pete. Oh, yeah, the hat. He was so excited to get a First Order hat. And I said, honey, you are not First Order. Oh, Aiden thinks that he's First Order. Yeah. Yeah, but First Order might be cooler, but they always lose.
Good always triumphs.
So they also, I mean, I'm pointing the camera up because they also always have like these super high, not super high, but this is a good like 2 stories tall. So it just feels, after being in caves, all of a sudden you come out of the caves and you're in like this very, very slick base.
Mom, why don't you
And
go
it's
ask
what?
Alderaan if they lost?
Oh, hey. Oh, Mary throwing shade. Ask Alderaan if they lost. Oh, the shade from the girl with the braids. See how I rhymed? Braids and shade. What say you, YouTube Nation? Braids and shade. Okay, the other side is moving, so that means that we should also be moving. And from here, like there's no more waiting. That's it. You're on. This is the last little bit of waiting. Now, what I will say is that the First Order does not pay for air conditioning. Like Rise of the Resistance. Not like the Resistance paid for air conditioning in those caves. I am not feeling the same kind of air conditioning. See, look,
They were paying
around
rather
the
than
corner.
it was just what you were getting because you were in a cave.
Oh, yeah, the cave air. See, that's where we're going. We'll be sorted. I'm going to use Aiden as a block, I think. So ideally with Aiden to block, maybe if I just hold you guys like close to my chest, I like won't. Okay, so here we go. So you're just right up against my neck. He said, how unfortunate. Okay.
There, how many of you here? 6. 6 should be going 4 and 2. This way.
They're very efficient. I enjoy that. Yes, they march.
Unit of 2. Unit of 2. 2, come forward. Interrogation has been expedited this way.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
How many in your crew? And you said 7? This way. How many behind them? 7. How many here? The white lights on the ground. How many in your crew? 3 this way.
It's so scary. Oh, you guys, it's just scary. It's just scary.
3 this way. 3 this way. 3 behind this way. 3 right there. How many here? 3 this way. How many here?
4.
Are there any crews of 1 out there? 1 step forward. Your interrogation has been expedited. This way. 1. Are there any more crews of 1 out there? 1. Any crews of 2 willing to go 1 and 1? There 1.
All right, so the next group is now proceeding to the interrogation chamber. So we should be sorted momentarily.
I'll take the first 4, and you're the 4 behind them. You'll follow them this way. Get on this middle line right here.
Okay.
Stop right here, one after the other. Excellent. One after the other.
It's so very intimidating. Lots of orders and lots of yelling and lots of efficiency.
Be right here. One after the other. When they move forward, stop at the end of the lights up ahead.
And Karen, what's crazy is that first, we're very glad that you're enjoying this, very glad that we can, bring this, that luck worked in our favor. Oh God, have we been called? I don't think we've been called. Oh my God, we're gonna get yelled at. But what's awesome is that we're not even on the ride yet. This isn't even the ride. This is just pre-show. This is step 2. Oh.
Alright, those sides step forward. Yourself right there. How many on here? 4 of you. There's that red line. This way. How many?
We're red. Go all the way down. Go all the way. Okay. I don't want to get yelled at. Do you want to get yelled at?
They know who's who. They're not going to fall. Alright. Everyone face this way. Face this way. Now, I think memorize it, commit it to memory if you find it. Interrogation exam. You do not understand your question for you. Then again, I don't really care. We'll tell you the cell based on that. Blue and red. It's not too difficult now, is it? Silver, no, let's go. What are you chatting about? You've already been captured. Out with it, there's no point in keeping secrets. Out with it. What were you saying? I did not ask for an apology, I asked what you were saying, and why are you laughing? Do you find something humorous? Then why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You don't know, do you laugh for no reason often? No wonder you were captured. You can recall all the days that you wished to go to your resistance after
Again, they're wonderful and terrifying at the same time.
Quickly, I don't travel to Red review. No one's shooting here.
Okay, so now we're in the interrogation cell.
Stay away from the wall, sympathizers. Stand to the middle, not on the wall.
So at the next spot, it might be a little jumpy because I have to put on a seatbelt, but I'll try to keep you all stable. We've never seen the stormtrooper just kind of wait a while. Just like chill.
Leave us.
Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We'll need it on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Right, and then Hux walks away.
Wait, you're still here? Those coming back with an attack force. Get to the escape pods now! Lieutenant Beck, we need to find a way.
Seguridad, pero en este escenario, su cinturón de seguridad bien ajustado. Mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del transporte y supervisen a sus niños.
Double up on the yellow straps, please. Yellow straps on the right. Alright, double up on the yellow straps. Thank you. Doors closing on the left. Doors name is R5.
It's our little droid.
Take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batuu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you. Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelt security.
Alright, here we go. Now this is a trackless ride, so no track.
Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, to go to the prisoners.
Your cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Make the these two droids anyway?
Detention book reach. Prisoners last seen on level D.
There they are! Fire!
Take cover, recruits! This is the force! Take those down! We'll cover you! Hurry!
No, not up! I said down! Resisting any weapons authorization.
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Stop! The prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run. There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Your escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck?
Oh, Beck's back. He hasn't been here all week. Beck's back. Hey, Beck's back. What do you think?
Wreckage? I got a bad feeling about this.
No, sir, he came down at the wreckage site.
That doesn't sound good. He was the...
Hey!
I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
Thank you. So, there you have Rise of the Resistance. What did we think? What did we think? You guys got lucky because we've been on it in our December trip. It felt like time after time. Every time we would go on it, there would be something that would be like funky or just not necessarily what it should be.
Hi.
Yeah, Karen, it even in person, like it is so grand. There's just so much going on. We have a lot of debates about whether or not that versus Flight of Passage over at Animal Kingdom, where you like literally feel like you're riding on a banshee. And that, like Rise of the Resistance, you can't even, it's an experience.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like a dark ride and a simulator.
Yeah, and there's like 4 different pre-shows, and I mean, it's just incredible. It really is. Now, we are going to take you all, to close out, we're going to take you all up through Toy Story Land. We want to get a Jack Jack Nom Nom cookie, which is one of the most gloriously gooey chocolate chip cookies we've ever had. I will also say the other day we went to Gideon's Bakehouse in Disney Springs. Oh,
I got a pin.
yes, Mary got a pin from Gideon. She got one of their Pride pins. Happy Pride, all. And so Gideon's, oh, so good. We voted. So, and we all decided that their coffee cake and their white chocolate macadamia nut, like salted caramel, the white chocolate macadamia nut salted caramel, we voted number 1. Their coffee cake cookie, we voted number 2. Their chocolate chip, it's very chocolate chippy. Very chocolate chippy. And then we weren't really here for their peanut butter. I mean, it's a lot better than a lot of other cookies. But Jack Jack Nom Nom cookie is one of the best chocolate chip cookies we have ever had. Yeah, soft and gooey and chocolatey and amazing. So if you look to over here, that is the marketplace. There's a lot of really, really neat little, it just feels bustling. That's the best way to put it about the marketplace. So now if you can see, it's a little more crowded now. It's just, there's more people. At any given point, I would bet that all the major rides are up over an hour at this point. Aiden, can you check all what the wait times are looking at? So, yeah, I mean, Toy Story Mania is kind of our benchmark, and Toy Story Mania is 45 minutes. Ooh, Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper up there. That's cool, is that the Stormtroopers will, and we've seen Rey up there, we've seen Chewbacca up there.
We saw Vi, the spy.
Yeah, Vi, the Resistance spy. There's a short up on our channel of Vi making fun of the Stormtrooper behind him. So if you haven't yet subscribed, definitely subscribe. We have all sorts of vlogs from this current trip, which is sadly almost over. And then we do unboxings. I'm gonna have to check out this Cinderella's Castle thing, because again, now it's a life goal to get there. Now, if you are in Galaxy's Edge, we got pictures at this wall, and one of the magic shots that they can do is Baby Yoda, which is super cool because I am a huge fan of the child. And I mean, obviously it's Disney, so it looks right. I'm very particular about how the child, this sounds silly, but I'm very particular about how the child's cheeks look.
Or the cheekies.
The cheekies. I call them the cheekies. I'm very particular about the child's little cheekies. So what's really neat is to come from the browns and the blues and like the earthy tones of Galaxy's Edge into the plastic greens and bright primary colors of Toy Story Land. Lizzie, hello, how are you? Lizzie, we just came through Galaxy's Edge. If you watch the stream back, we have we were lucky enough to get on Rise of the Resistance for the 4th time. So we just took everybody on Rise of the Resistance. And what is breakfast in Arizona these days? What is breakfast? We had, what do we have? We had a Luna Bar. That was Luna Bar and coffee. Isn't it? Yeah, Karen, like all of a sudden, it's like an assault on your senses. And what we also like about this, first of all, this place at sunset is one of my favorite areas in this park, because all of the little string lights, all the little Christmas lights. Oh, green smoothie, that sounds really good. I need to do, let me stop waxing just rhapsodic about Toy Story Land. Lizzie, we've been here, this is our 9th day, and so after 9 days of Disney food, I'd like a green smoothie. That being said, we have had a lot of like hamburger kind of things, so it hasn't been too bad. But if you look at these little Christmas lights, they turn on at night and then they just like glow at sunset, and it's so pretty. So pretty. The whole idea of this land is that you are now shrunk down to a toy. And so they've done an incredible job of including all sorts of little details, like if you look at those plants over there, all have big leaves, and then they have bamboo all over the place to make it feel like you're a little baby toy. All right, so Toy Story Mania, to give you an idea of the crowds, Toy Story Mania is 45, which means that it is crowded. That is Slinky Dog. That is one of the rides that people run to at the beginning of the day. It is pretty consistently 80 minutes. There he is. It is consistently 80 minutes. So if you see Slinky Dog under an hour, I would go on Slinky Dog at under an hour. What say you, Aiden? Aiden agrees. And then what's cool is at the beginning of the land, at the entrance, they have Woody. And he yells out stuff every so often. So it's just so clever. Like, they have the little fences with connects. And it's amazing. So we are leaving. That's your little visual assault with Toy Story Land. And now the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to show you the Jack Jack Nom Nom cookie. It's like $5.50. So by Disney, it's pretty reasonable. We've gotten some things for $5.50 at Disney that were worth it. We've got some things for $5.50 that were not. By the way, we went to the ice cream place on Boardwalk the other night. Two gigundo scoops of ice cream for $5.50. Very, very worth it. So we each got like our own scoop of ice cream for $10, which at Disney, not bad. All right, so Pete and Mary are going to get Jack Jack Nom Nom cookie. So normally, helicopter, bench. Aiden is on bench duty. Normally, you could see Hollywood Tower Hotel, like off in the distance. Straight ahead, that is where the Voyage of the Little Mermaid show will happen, but that's not happening right now. I would very, very strongly suspect, though, that with new stuff and new people coming, that it is coming soon. Oh, Aiden, you want to go through Walt Disney One Man's Dream? No, he does not. It's like a Walt Disney museum. Doors right there. That is Municiberg. That is where it used to be Pixar Place. It's the other side, like that building used to be Toy Story Mania. Now it has a meet and greet. Or it's the other side of Toy Story Mania. On the other side, you have sometimes a meet and greet. There's not really much else back there, but it's neat. It's like an extra little area of the park. We love this park. This is our favorite park. And we will, let's see, tomorrow morning we're back in the Magic Kingdom for our final morning. We got our Magical Express, which is the bus back to the airport. We got our Magical Express note this morning with all the details. So that's sad, but we are going to close out our trip tomorrow in the Magic Kingdom. So to be decided what we're going to do this evening. We haven't We haven't quite figured that one out. Ooh, look at what is coming over here. Look at what is coming over here, everybody.
Now this is like hand size.
Yes. Goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to keep trying to find out how to stay in that castle. So this, again, palm-sized, hand-sized Jack Nom Nom cookie, just gooey as all get out. Here, let's break off. We had we had a perfectly wonderful Rise experience. So it's the perfect way to close out. We were on it 4 times this trip. We're going to share all of our secrets after we get home. And it was generally working every single time. The only thing that wasn't working was the probe droid at the beginning. It's supposed to sink down, and some of like the guns at the end. Oh, yeah. And at the very, very end, like Lieutenant Beck was gone. But, I mean, I'm calling that a win. Yeah. So, all right. So we are going to dig in to this Nom Nom cookie. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brian, for everybody for joining us. Check out our other trip vlogs. Check out our other park vlogs. And with that,
we invite you to set your imaginations free.
Hi.
I don't know, water.